Hey, what's up? This is Uncle Jay again. I can be speaking to you about anything, but today I'm speaking to you about UFC 127. That's Penn versus Fitch, which is weird because when I first heard about UFC 127, I wasn't really that excited, to be honest. No offense to BJ Penn. I wasn't really interested in seeing him fight again after he got whooped twice by Frankie Edgar. And John Fitch, I just saw John Fitch, winning easily, so I wasn't really that bothered. But as I got closer to the fight, there were actually a few fights I wanted to see. First of those fights is that George Sotiropoulos versus Dennis Siver. I was actually quite interested because Dennis Siver is really strong. He's really good on his feet. He's really powerful, and of course you got George Sotiropoulos, who was like the favorite. But I don't know. There's something about Dennis Siver that seemed really, really dangerous. I mean, he's really stocky, strong, very good kickboxing, and to be honest, I kind of thought or saw George Sotiropoulos winning that fight. But as time got closer, I kind of thought, this guy could be a bit of a problem. And what do you know? Dennis Siver did become a problem for George because his striking was just superior. I mean, as the fight progressed, George started coming back, but I mean, Dennis Siver was basically too much for George Sotiropoulos. He was just, George was going for the takedowns. Dennis was just stuffing them. At sometimes was just throwing him off him, like, what are you doing? Just throw him off him. In the first round, knocked him down, like, I think it was twice. He just got the better of George. But to be honest, it was really, really, really close because, like I said, in the second and third round, George Sotiropoulos did come back with his boxing and he did kind of close up the gap. But it's one of those things whereby the judges could have taken it either way. George could have won that fight if the judges wanted to be lenient, but really, really, Dennis won that fight. I mean, those two takedowns, knockdowns, for me, they were just in my mind. And for me, even though George kind of got some shots in there, Dennis Siver wasn't really in danger or wasn't really overwhelmed at any point in the fight. So Dennis Siver won by unanimous decision, and deservingly so. The next fight, and this was one of the reasons why I started getting interested in UFC 127, is Mike Bisping versus Jorge Rivera. Jorge did a lot of this, a lot of talking, a lot of cussing, and was just talking up the fight. Me personally, I saw Jorge as not totally one-dimensional, but he's not three-dimensional, and he's not even two-dimensional. He's like 1.5 dimensional. You know what I mean? He's the best thing he has going for him is his right hand, and his ground game isn't that good. So he's, no offense, he's really a C-class fighter that's just had a good run of late. So when he's talking all this crap about Mike Bisping is going to do this, is going to do that, I was kind of concerned for him because Mike Bisping is a really good fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's not special. He's not an Anderson Silva or Lyoto Machida or George St. Pierre. He's not that kind of fighter, but he's really good. He's probably just missing a little bit, maybe like a little sprinkle here and there before he can get into that special zone. But he's well-rounded. He has good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling. His stand-up is excellent. So I didn't really see Jorge winning this fight. I mean, Jorge has a powerful right hand, but he's not powerful enough to bully Mike Bisping. And plus, ever since Mike Bisping got his butt handed to him by Dan Henderson, he's actually improved, because then he used to be a little, tap, touch fighter, but now he's sitting down on his punches more, and he seems he's a lot more durable. And Jorge doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as Dan Henderson. So for me, I was thinking, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Which kind of explained all this, because maybe he was trying to play mind games, throw Mike Bisping off his game a little, but It didn't work, man. Mike Bisping came and put it on Jorge. You know that illegal knee? I think Michael Bisping, you knew what you were doing. I think you just wanted to hurt him. Because even the way he set him up for the knee, it was like, in order to, he positioned him nicely and then kneed him. So you don't even come with, I was in the moment or whatever. You saw him on the floor and you need him. And after that, he just put it on Jorge. He just put it on him. I mean, Jorge punched Michael Bisping, I think, twice with the famous right hand. And yes, Michael Bisping felt it, but he didn't feel it enough for him to fall down or get knocked out. So Michael Bisping won by KO. Yeah, and it got a bit rude afterwards. But, not that I condone that kind of behavior, but can you really blame Mike Bisping? I mean, I saw one of the videos that Jorge did, and I just thought it was a bit much, you know what I mean? There's no need for it, but anyway, you got your bomb handed to you at the end of the day, so all this was for nothing. You kind of look like an idiot afterwards for me, because you did so much of this, and you got knocked out. It's not like you lost, you lost by decision, you lost by knockout. Anyway, the main event, John Fitch versus BJ Penn. Now, when I first, like I said earlier, when I heard of this fight, I thought, don't be silly. John Fitch is gonna pulverize BJ Penn because he's bigger. He has good wrestling. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. His stand-up is good enough for him to just be alright. You know what I mean? No one's gonna come and make him look like an idiot at 170 anyway in the context of stand-up. So, you know what I mean? The only person really I could see doing that is George St. Pierre. That's it. No one else. But this fight kind of surprised me because in the first 2 rounds, I thought BJ Penn harassed John Fitch. Do you know what I mean? They were close rounds. I'll give it like a 10-9 to BJ Penn. But, he really harassed John Fitch, Took him down, got his back. You know what I mean? It's a shame BJ didn't really get to use his boxing. But, in the first 2 rounds, he didn't have to. I mean, John Fitch looked harassed, I mean, at the end of both those rounds, when he was walking back to the corner, he looked like, he'd been fondled a bit. He didn't look, all right. But the third round, oh my God, I don't think BJ threw a punch. I mean, John Fitch was just on him, took him down straight away. Said, I'm not into this harassment anymore. Took BJ Penn straight away and was just throwing punches, elbows, punches, elbows, punches, elbows, punches, elbows, submission attempt, punches, elbow. That was the whole third round. So when they said it was a draw, I was thinking, don't be silly. Now that one, I'm sorry, that one is poor judging. Let's break it down. Even if you give the first 2 rounds to BJ Penn, which is 10-9, which means BJ will have 20, John Fitch will have 18. Yes? Third round, let's even say there's no way you can call that a 10-9 round. Because for me, you have to at least throw a punch. That was a 10-8 round. It was perfect victory. If it was Street Fighter, it would have been perfect victory. So for me, that's a 10-8 round. 10, take that 10 and add to the already 18 that John Fitch has got. That's what, 28. Take the 8, add to the... oh my God, it is a draw. Oh my God, it is a draw. Because if BJ Penn is got 20... plus the 8, it's a draw. Oh my God, it's a draw. But that third round was so bad that I just thought you had to give it to John Fitch. But actually, pondering on it again, it's a draw. It's a draw. So I take back what I said. Okay, John Fitch and BJ Penn was a draw. But I reckon if they fight again, John Fitch will just pulverize BJ Penn. I mean, BJ Penn, even his head was down after the fight. But it was a draw. But anyway, that's my contribution to UFC's 127's analysis or evaluation or afterthoughts. Leave comments. Let me know whether you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. As usual, anytime I do these videos, I like to leave a scripture. This week's scripture is what? Proverbs 16 verse 8, which basically says that it's better to have a little with righteousness than much with injustice. So that's that whole notion of just keeping things in perspective. We live in a very materialistic world where everybody just wants money, 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 position, and people are just willing to stab each other in the back to get it. So that scripture puts things in perspective, that there's no point, getting everything you want. and living in injustice. In fact, it's better for you to have, just little or not that much at all, and still have righteousness, because at the end of the day, this life is temporary. We're gonna die and we're gonna be judged. So, and you don't take anything with you. And my recommended video in the day for this video is gonna be me boogieing down. It's pretty good, it's funny, and I actually do a bit of a dance with IK from Diversity. That's, if you know the dance group Diversity, I'm sure some of you in America must know. I know definitely you guys in England know. Check me out, just check that link over there, and it'll take you straight to the video. Check it out, tell me what you think of my dance moves, and yeah, it was nice talking to you once again, and hope to see you soon. Peace.